Hey, there's some teething issues for you straight away. I didn't even get through the intro. That's not. You know what? I'm gonna see if we can play it again. Let's see if we can play it again. Let's take it from the maybe not the top. We'll go about halfway through, shall we? Little teething issues, like. All right, let's try that again. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Star Wars Weekly Wednesday Night Live. It is wickedly wonderful to welcome you here. That's all the W's I've got for the moment. So, yeah, thanks for coming hanging out. Yeah, how's everyone else's week going? I know Brian's having a good week. Mr. Metal Jedi in the chat just got his Hot Toys Savage Press. He sent me some pictures to just still incite a little bit of jealousy, but it's all good. It's all good. That's cool to see. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to getting some more photos. To be honest, yeah, I don't think I'll be picking that one up myself. I could be tempted, but yeah, the Hot Toys budget and space is just not something for me at the moment. So I'm going to be picky. I think I mentioned last week I still want to get a Rise of Skywalker Ray, and what was the other one? Plo Koon. Yes, got to get the almighty Plo. So yeah, it's in terms of Star Wars news, it's a little bit quiet, and we're literally like a month away from Darth Maul, and being that I wasn't live streaming and doing stuff when the last trailer dropped about a month ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago, I thought, you know what, let's do a little bit of an overview, a little bit of a discussion, something that I haven't really had the chance to do yet. At least from an online perspective. I just, when it comes to social media and stuff, I don't just sort of post anything and everything these days. I'm a little bit more, I don't know, I still spend a stupid amount of time on social media, but I'd rather not. But yeah, it's the trailer's looking good, but yeah, here we go. Just Yeah, Savage is a majestic figure. Now he looks ridiculous, like in the best way possible. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch some reviews. It'll probably sell me the damn thing, but I think it's like a $600 figure here in Australia. I think it was. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna do a little bit of googly schmoogly. Star Wars Hot Toys Savage. They press. Ooh. You know what? That's not that bad. 445 Australian. 440. They're still saying a pre-order of December 2025. That's just how things are in Australia. But yeah, so I can't remember who told me. I found out recently that because things are so delayed in Australia, it's because the main company that brings them into Australia, they basically have, shipping containers over in the US, and they don't bring them over until they're full. Basically, that's, it's the most cost-effective way of paying for shipping, literally putting it on a ship and sending it that way, is to, fill the thing up and then get it sent. So that's why down here in Australia, at least, we get this massive influx of product in one hit. So it's makes it hard to, unless you're dedicated, you can pay things off and have it basically all cleared before it rocks up. But if you here in Australia, at least through majority websites, well, the big ones anyway, that you pay a $50-$100 deposit, and then they withdraw the rest from bank account, credit card, etc. When they show up or when they arrive before they're shipped out. Sorry, I just started and blah 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 blah. So yeah, it's and that's not me. I pay the deposit. I'm like, it's mine, and then I suffer the consequences later. I should really change that, but chances are I'm probably not going to. I am getting better. I am. I really am. If I don't think my mum and dad are going to watch, but I'd like to think I'm improving the way I deal with money. But this room will tell you otherwise. But yeah, I thought we'd. I've got it ready to go. It will happen. Sort of hang out and chat for a little bit before we watch the trailer. I've got it all ready to play on a little screen. What else have I been doing? Not a lot. I haven't made much more progress with Dark Disciple in the last 7 days. As soon as I finish tonight, I'm actually going to go. Got a late night last night, so I'm actually going to jump straight into bed after this, and maybe get a couple of chapters under the belt. Lock a few chapters away. Some more Quinlan Vos goodness. Yeah, didn't get home till about 11:30 last night. Went out to Adelaide Fringe Festival, which is part of Mad March. Well, February leads into March, a little bit April. It's basically South Australia for those outside of the state. We're regarded as the festival state, but we seem to just smash it all into February, March, April, and then we all go to sleep for 6 months, and then come out when the sun does back in summertime later in the year. So yeah, basically Fringe Festival. There's other Fringe festivals around the world. You've got, I don't even know how to describe it, but yeah, we went and saw a comedian last night. He's a local dude, Amos Gill. Really funny guy. If you're a little bit offended by some things, you're probably not. But if you get a bit of a dark, twisted sense of humour and sort of see things from all perspectives, you probably enjoy him. He's not shy on the language, which is just totally fine. And yeah, it was a good night. And it was actually his preview show, which was cool. It was his first one, sort of trying some of his new material. So yeah, he was sort of testing that, and I think the tickets were $25 each, which is damn good. And I think he was up there for about an hour and 40 minutes. Standard stand-up shows an hour. But yeah, it was good. Really, I think that's the third time I've seen him now, and yeah, it doesn't disappoint every year. He lives in New York now, but yeah, he's from here in South Australia, and yeah, it's always good when the people that have found success overseas come home and you know give a bit of love back, bit of love, sweet a bit of love. Yeah. I was just reading your bad influence. Always, always. I wouldn't expect anything less of you, sir. Um, yeah. What else have I been doing? There's crap all over my floor here. I've got some empty boxes on the floor that I really need to chuck out. I've got a shelving unit here that I've had sitting here for 2 weeks now. That's just started to get full of junk, and I actually want to set up displays. So that could be I think that's going to be a job for this weekend. We've got 3-day weekend coming up. So yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, which is I'm excited about. So I'm looking forward to getting some more figures set up. I've just started. Hang on. I show Brian this one because I've got my Force Unleashed figures. Started getting them on some stands. Who else we got? Jedi Star Killer. I've been actually really looking forward to picking this figure out because I would love to do a Black Series custom. Got some ideas knocking around up in the head as to what I'd need and what I'd use to make this happen. So yeah, I think I'm going to give that a shot at some point. I got a couple of spare Star Killer heads. So, who else? Yeah, because I mentioned this one on the show last week where I was talking about some figures that potentially could be made. Hasbro could very well have these sitting in the parking lot ready to be made. And that was sort of the aim of last week's episode, was to have a little chat about that. But this guy was one of them, Mr. Proxy. I probably reviewed this guy about 14 years ago, maybe even more. And so far, Ram Koda, which is another one I think could make it into the Black Series Gaming Greats, because that's a cool character, man, and I'd love to see him. I love that. I love that idea of him keeping his lightsaber in his back. I mean, hasn't got the blade on. That's just the way the figure turned out. But if you're able to get a Black Series and make that same sort of thing, and you could actually take the blade off and tuck the blade in the back, that looks so good. And he's just. Yeah, like an old style knight or something like that. I'll definitely share that with you as soon as I've I don't know, I've got a few ideas. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to go about it yet, but I do need to go through my big photo box and find some stuff. Shall we watch some Darth Maul trailer goodness? So I haven't decided how I'm going to go about it. Just watch it, or watch and stop, or we'll do a watch through, and then we'll do a sort of a stop and watch through sort of thing. So let's see if I've got this up the right way. Yeah, my little head popping up down the bottom. Wouldn't want to miss that. Where's the other window? Oh, there it is. So, I'm not sure if the sound's going to come through, so bear with me on that one, folks. Let's go.
Times have changed. I will show you the galaxy for what it truly is. See things from a new perspective.
Is this what our future holds? Always running.
I invite you to look more closely.
What are we dealing with?
Good question. And I offer you an opportunity.
Maul.
We have all been made to suffer. We survive, but do not live. The Emperor wants you dead. Chains can be broken.
Hang on!
And empires can be shattered.
Oh yeah, April 6th. So we're like, what's that, 32 days away. I think it'll be the 5th here, I think. So yeah, I'm pumped for that. I'm really looking forward to it. It's straight out of the how do you say it? It's obviously it's, you know, it comes up from the creators of the Clone Wars. You know, that's enough selling point for me personally. But you know, visually, it's a great follow up to Bad Batch and what they were doing in the Bad Batch. I know I might have mentioned this a few weeks ago or a couple of weeks ago. Well, this is only the the third episode of Darth. So I must have mentioned it a couple of weeks ago where I said, you know, Bad Batch is. Sure, I haven't really gone back and rewatched it a lot in the last probably 12, 18 months. I definitely want to, because I love Bad Batch. I love the characters, but I'm looking forward to some, you know, something a little bit more lore heavy, something a little bit more, something that, not that the Bad Batch doesn't matter, but something that's got more at stake, I guess. A little bit more, maybe a little bit more meat on the bones. Like, I love the Bad Batch. I love all the implications and everything that happened with that series, and everything they sort of did going into, you know, sort of beginning that sort of transition period, sort of witnessing the Empire sort of transition. And I think we're going to continue to see that. Obviously, with the TK troopers that are hanging out, you know, there's some, whether we're still going to see some clones knocking around. I believe this is sort of a year after Siege of Mandalore, so he's sort of been running around. Darth Maul's been running around doing his thing, you know, maybe laying low. Now it's time to start building again, building that sort of crime empire that he's got going, and you know, the seeds of Crimson Dawn. Basically, it's going to be great. It really is. So just to bring that up again, what I want to do is I'm just going to take it back to the beginning and we'll do a few pauses and stops and see what we pick out. So if you do talk during the chat while I'm doing this, I won't be able to see it because I'm on another window at the moment. Yeah, obviously this, I don't know where it's obvious that it's Coruscant.
Times have
There's a lot of talk about Nar Shaddaa, which is a pretty big central planet. It's not central on a political or, you know, galactic thing, but it's a lot of stories, a lot of things happen on Nar Shaddaa. So word is we're going to get a little bit of that, so that's cool.
Changed.
Maul's just sort of,
I will show you the galaxy for what it truly is.
so this looks a little bit more Coruscant, but a little bit more underworld there. There's some aliens there, like, you know, the big Grand there on the right. The Ree species is a big dude. He looks like a mob boss. You know, this looks like a meeting between a couple of mob leaders. There he is. These almost look like precursors to well, the IG droids from Rebels. He's got that sort of similar shape, like a B2 battle droid, but boxy.
See things from a new perspective.
I love the Maul. There's some TK
Is this what our future?
We got one of the other main characters. I'm completely blanking on her name at the moment.
Always running.
Should I Padawan? So it's just that colour and lighting in this. It's unreal. Seriously, it's so nice. Let's continue on.
I invite you to look more closely.
That is a Sarge Ventress's lightsaber, thank you very much. And I would appreciate it if you gave it back. That is... I don't recall which lightsaber blade she had during, or which hilt she used during Bad Batch. But in the art for the Dark Disciple, this is the hilt she has with the yellow blade. And I'm not recalling whether this is the same that she has in the Bad Batch. So
What are we dealing with?
I wonder if we want to
Good question. And I offer you an opportunity.
Yeah, this moment here. Look at that. It's just menacing, isn't it? The robes. Oh, it's just the animation and the lighting. Like, just... I'm pointing at the screen, and you can probably see me pointing, but, you know... There, that sort of red glow from the lightsaber. It's just little things like that.
Maul.
Star Destroyers. See, that's just too cool.
We have all been made to suffer.
So, yeah, I don't know, you see Maul talking like that, we're all be made to suffer, and, you know, he legitimately thought he was going to be the saviour at the end of the Clone Wars. During the Siege of Mandalore, he thought he was going to lure Anakin Skywalker. He knew that there was something about that guy that was going to cause issues for the galaxy, and he thought if he could take him out, that would save a lot. And yeah, perhaps he's absolutely right.
We survive. But
I want to know who this guy is.
do not live.
It's very Jim Henson-esque. You know, you can imagine if this guy was a puppet, it would be very, very Jim Henson-esque, which is cool. Look at that. Just straight through the neck. Now we know this Dathomirian here that's just sort of scaling the ladder, so we can creep it back half a second or something. Yeah, not really. So he's a Dathomirian. We've seen a Funko Pop of him. I think he's got a name. Again, haven't committed to everything yet. Was that a Mandalorian? That's a Mandalorian. Is that? I'm just looking at the colours there on the... No, it can't be Sabine. It's too early. No. No, that'd be Rook, right? That'd be Rook or part of her crew, because Rook Cast is going to be back in this. That's going to be one of her crew. If she was a loyalist. Oh. This guy. No, just pause when I want you to. Alright. This guy here, the Crow. I think he's the 11th brother. I think we're calling him the 11th brother. Yeah, he's had a vintage collection figure revealed, and I'll be damned. That's one I got to get. This is probably one of my favorite designs of all the Inquisitors. Um, as I'm a big fan of crows and ravens, and this guy, he's just got that ethereal sort of gothic look about him. His little bit of plague doctor, that kind of look. I mean, I think we know this is the same one that Ahsoka took out in Tales of the Jedi. Yeah, I've always been very admiring of that sort of plague doctor sort of vibe. I really dig that. Now look at Maul here. Just look at the crevices on the horns, like the edges of his horns. They're just that sort of light edging, and they're sort of, in terms of the way they're styled, like they've almost got that sort of brushstroke look, almost a mix between very early Clone Wars and even a little bit of Rebels. So wondering whether they're going to try and find that cohesion between sort of Clone War style animation and Rebel style animation to the point where they're almost, combined together, or sort of transitioning through the years into that sort of stylistic approach. So I'm loving the look of this city. My guess is this is going to be Nar Shaddaa. Nar Shaddaa was always meant to be like a scummy Coruscant, like if Coruscant's underworld was on the top. Like, I vaguely remember hearing Coruscant, Nar Shaddaa being akin to that. So that's really cool. But yeah, we're seeing, the early introduction of some Imperial-like craft, landing cruisers, gunships there. More Maul in robes.
Chains can be broken.
Hang on!
I love that line, chains can be broken. That sort of goes back to his speech at the bottom of Lotho Minor when he's, talking about the chains. Chains are the easy part. And, which Sam Witwer got from the original... Oh, he got it from the Sith Code, I think. Whether he did it or Dave did it. From the Sith Code. So there we have a little TK there in the cockpit. Didn't last long. So still using some old gunships. I love a good bridge battle like this. Again, just colour-wise, like the background, the dark night. This makes me feel like the environments of Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. These sort of cliffs and overhangs and this industrial infiltration, basically. The shapes of industry with like these mechanics, these doors. They feel so artificial on these like beautifully jungle planets, and you've got the stuff sort of growing back over it. The vines are sort of creeping back to sort of take over, and it's all rusty. I love that. It's that worn galaxy. It's that used universe that George always used to focus on. It's not always flashy. We got some flashy stuff. We got some nice pretty buildings like Camino and Cloud City, but then you see this and it's like, yeah, this is an installation that's been there for a long time.
Empires can
see a later
shattered.
The Marek. Looks like he gets cut down right now. He's brought back to life with Night Sister magic. Alright. So I think I've had a pretty solid look at that now. That's exciting, it really is. I've been saying forever that I think Star Wars needs something in the field of animation going at all times, whether it's, I don't mean 52 weeks of the year. I don't need Star Wars animation coming out that often, but there needs to be something like a project that's in the works. It's coming. It's ready to go when the next one ends. We're going into another era here of Star Wars animation. Obviously, Clone Wars, 2003 Clone Wars, and then we had 2008 Clone Wars. That sort of skipped into Rebels. We had our little Clone Wars closure session. And then Bad Batch. Throw Resistance was in there before Bad Batch, wasn't it? I still haven't finished watching all of Resistance. It was good. But yeah, it's we're going into Darth Maul era, and now's a good time to mention I am going to be doing the weekly show I'm doing right here is going to become the Darth Maul episodic sort of show. So I'm looking to get some people to come and join me. So if you want to come and chat Darth Maul, we're going to have 3 episodes to talk about every week for a month. And yeah, I'd love to get some more folks involved. So if you're keen, shoot me a message on Instagram or an email or whatever. I've got links everywhere. Like there should be some in the description. If not, drop a comment and I will respond in due course. But yeah, I'm looking forward to in the next probably 2 or 3 weeks start sharing my plans for what I'm going to do there. It's not going to be indifferent to what I do here. It's a little bit of a live stream. We'll talk about it because I think at this stage I haven't completely got my facts checked here, but I believe it's going to be airing on a Monday. So I got a couple of days to rewatch, review, take notes, etc. But if it means I need to push it to a Thursday night, I might do that too. We'll see as the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks progresses, we get a little bit closer, and maybe if I sit down and do some freaking research, we'll be able to do something, and work out some stuff. So yeah, I dare say throughout the whole airing of the series, we're going to see toy reveals, tie-in products. Obviously, the big marketing push has begun for The Mandalorian and Grogu in cinemas in May, but maybe for those, maybe it might be a little bit lesser. Darth Maul from the Shadow Lord is starting to hit now. I've seen a few people picking that figure up. I know it's a repack, the TVC one. And it's not even a bad reason to repack Clone Wars Maul. Maybe throw a robe on, a roby one. It's not a bad figure. It can do with a re-release. It's fine. I'm actually going to bring him down because there's no sort of pinned joints. At the moment, I've just got him with the Darksaber and his saber. You focus. But as far as the sculpt and the body goes, like maybe a different head, maybe an update to the head, just to give him a little bit different look. Maybe I don't know. I thought the only thing that could have done this one a little bit of extra goodness was a little bit more poppy red. But otherwise, this is still one of my favourite Darth Maul figures. Honestly, it's fantastic. I still love this guy. Maybe we'll get chicken legs Darth Maul. Who knows? But yeah. In terms of predictions, I like to go in without many. I like to just sort of see it unfold and see what the story is going to be as it takes shape. The trailers have done a pretty good job of not sort of giving too much away. It's all been sort of visual and audio and not a lot else going on. Not a bad thing, it's not like it's completely absent of anything enjoyable. It's they're playing the cards close to the chest and I'm here for it. But yeah, that being said, it's just gone 35 minutes. I pretty much achieved what I wanted to do. It's a little bit of a quieter night tonight. It's all good. Thanks, Brian, for coming and hanging out, and anyone else that's watching didn't make it into the chat. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I'll definitely be back next week. We'll do some more talking. I don't know what about yet, but we'll come and hang out and talk Star Wars. It's always good. It's always good fun. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I do appreciate your time. Brian, you're probably going to get off to work in a minute or shortly. But yeah, appreciate you getting up at the before the crack of morning to come and watch. Does mean a lot. And yeah, anyone else that's sort of jumped in and out, thank you very much for your time. It does mean a lot to me. And we'll catch you all next week. I'm going to have Power of the Force Friday coming up this weekend. And then I might, in the next week or two, I might even start dabbling with some other reviews, some non-Star Wars stuff that I'm admiring at the moment. So I don't know. I might just play around and see how they go. Just for some fun, just for something to do. But yeah, that's all from me. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Wednesday Night Live Star Wars Weekly. We'll see you next week. Thank you once again. May the Force be with you always.